Hey guys, so this is one that I've been probably wanting to do for a while, and then somebody asked me about it, and so I think I should do this. This is going to be hopefully a semi comprehensive guide on cosmic heroes, where to get them, what they do, and which one you should be choosing because really they're so expensive and hard to get that us normal players can only really work on one at a time very slowly, whereas the whales are, running around with max ones. But for us, it's a very tough decision on which one to choose and level, and hopefully, I can help with that a little bit. So let's start with how to get them, and we'll go from there. All right, so starting from territory, we're going to go to the Cosmic Relic and then to Cosmic Fall. So, Cosmic heroes are basically special versions of heroes. They require the same copies of the heroes to upgrade. They just also require these stars up here, and you get those stars one per round of Miracle Eyes or one per round of Keys. You're going to need a total of 180 of them to max out a Cosmic as of this time. It used to be 90, but with Platinum 3 it has come out to 180. You can see the breakdown of what each one costs right here. They didn't show this, but I think it requires 15, 15, 20, 20, 20 for the next upgrades past Red Soul and all the way up to Platinum 3. As of this time, Scold does not currently go up to Platinum 3, but, we know that she will, so eventually treat this guide as if she does. You need at least 2 stars just to even start and get a 6-star. And that's really enough for a lot of these cosmics. The draw of them is that they function a lot better than heroes at a much higher level. They are amazing team fillers. If you are still just throwing random heroes into the team, they'll outdo most 9, 10 stars. Cosmic Scold won't, but I'll get into that when I cover her. It doesn't matter also at any point you can actually take any level hero and convert them into cosmic. The number of stars that you use isn't going to change at any point. So if you do a 6-star, you need 2. If you do a 7-star, you need 4. 8-star, 6. It doesn't really matter because it's going to cost you the same number of stars at any point. However, if you return it, you're going to lose a lot of stars, I think 20%, and they're very, very expensive and hard to get. So never return a cosmic if you can help it. So aside from getting cosmic crystals from here, you can also get them from pulling cubes. You want to pull 100 at a time, and that'll get you like 400 and something points. So it's going to take you 220-ish cubes to get 5 crystals out of this. And now that the monthly card gives free cubes and events have been giving a lot more free cubes, it's a lot more realistic to get stars out of this than before, but it's still going to be very, very slow. And so you're going to have to be very judicious with which cosmic you choose first. So that's kind of how you get them. You also can't have dupes of the same cosmic on your team. You can have Cosmic Phoenix and Phoenix, but you can't have 2 Cosmic Phoenixes and so on. But you can have Cosmic Phoenix and Freya and Scold on the same team as well. So that is pretty much how you get them and how you build them. And yeah, okay. Let's go into the summary. Alright, so there are currently 3 cosmics in the game. Hopefully they don't add a new one anytime soon. And probably Scold will be getting Platinum 3 in the next update whenever that comes. So let's start with Freya. Her general idea is she adds a pet to your heroes, and that pet does extra damage per every time that hero attacks. The reason that she's so amazing is that pet's damage is based on the hero's attack, not Freya's attack. So Freya can even be 6 stars and she will give you massive bonuses. Now, the pet will stay even if she dies, so that's perfectly fine as a filler for PvE or even PvP if you don't have a full team yet. She's great to just give a bunch of extra damage. Now, at 6 stars, she gets initial benefit. At 9 stars, her first passive or her third passive upgrades and changes the attack from 400% to 500% attack. And then at 10 stars, her active upgrades, it changes the crit damage from 6% to 8%. So basically just a little bonus damage every time. So if you're going to use her, you're going to want to either stop at 6 or go to 9 or 10, and then from there you can go further if you want. She's also very, very fast because she has a passive that gains her speed for every alive ally. And she also does Petrify on her skill, but really she's just there to add the bonus damage if you're not going to take her all the way to max. Next is going to be Phoenix. Now Phoenix's special is that when she dies, she puts a shield around your team that does 500% damage reduce. There are some heroes that can bypass this and kill you anyway, but until you're at the absolute max level, you're not going to run into that so much. So really what this is set up for is to keep you alive for one turn, that hopefully you can swing the battle in your favor, either by using Chazlon or Nyx to get a bunch of kills all at once, because if they don't kill you that turn, your goal is to kill them back. A lot of that is going to come down to if you both happen to have a 6-star Phoenix. It's going to come down to really whose side is faster, and that gets back into the whole old speed meta. But because nobody really has even teams right now, speed is up in the air. So you can try to be faster, but a lot of times things are just going to fall into the land of RNG anyway, no matter what you do. But really, for her to keep you alive for one more turn is potentially the chance that you need to win a battle. So she's not going to be great for bosses or anything. She's only really good for PvP. Really doesn't benefit going higher than 6-star at any point unless she is the one that you chose to level, so you can leave her at 6. You can even actually make multiple 6-star Cosmic Phoenixes for Honor, but at least at this time, most of us are not able to use multiple teams in Honor yet, so, save your stars unless you absolutely need them. Finally, we're going to have Cosmic Scold. She's an assassin, so her whole thing is just big single target damage. But her main draw is that every time she gets crowd controlled, she clears the crowd control and drains 100 energy, if she has more than 100, and does massive damage to the whole team. So your goal is to keep her alive, just let her get crowd controlled, keep her with energy at all times, and just every time something happens to her, like with Freya, or if somebody else happens to do something to her, she just blows up and does a whole bunch of damage to them. And like if Koshka cats her, she just does huge damage. So if you put her opposite Koshka, they're pretty screwed. Let's just say that. Now, currently, again, she doesn't have a Platinum 3. She actually doesn't do that well at Red 3 against Platinum 3 teams, but when she reaches Platinum 3, she's going to be amazing. She really does need to be maxed, though, in order to get big damage out of her. So choosing her is going to be a tough one unless you plan to spend a whole ton of money. Okay, so that's really how the 3 cosmics work. So now let's go into what beginners should aim for and where they go from there. As a beginner, the first thing you should be aiming for is a 6-star Cosmic Freya, so two stars. And Freya is actually, all 3 of these heroes are not the easiest to get because they're not readily available in shops, but due to energy summons and hero converts from Miracle Eyes and all the elite chests and all that, these heroes are gettable in most places, just not super easily. But you can get Freya from Soul Shop as well. So you're going to want to try and focus on a 6-star Cosmic Freya. She instantly will massively increase your boss damage. She will help in PvP as a filler for big damage. And really, she's just overall going to help you out a lot, even at just 6 stars. And then you're going to want to focus on a 6-star Cosmic Phoenix, because hopefully keeping you alive for one turn will be enough to swing the battle your way. And then if you're lucky enough that your opponent doesn't have one, that's a big change either. If you want to focus on PvP, you can choose Phoenix. She does a lot of damage. Her weakness is, sadly though, that because her Burning Sun takes a lot, or does damage every turn, battles need to be a little bit longer to get the most out of her. But she does benefit greatly from Axe and Amulet, which get most of their full activation on her Axe, because she's pretty much dying and taking 100% damage right off the bat, or Amulet because it's actually active even while she's dead. So you can choose Phoenix if that's what you want to do. And then Scold, honestly, Scold is someone that you should really avoid unless you're planning to whale. At this time, getting like, okay, so it's going to take like $3,000 even just to get to red 3, but then it's going to take another 3,000 to go beyond that to platinum 3, and then Scold doesn't actually have that now. So you can kind of avoid Scold unless you're a whale that's really, really looking forward to the future. And yeah. So there are very specific paths that you should be choosing when you choose each hero. Now, I messed up. I kind of decided that I was going to go for Freya and then changed my mind and was going for Phoenix, but because it's so expensive to return heroes, I don't want to undo that, and I'm just going to live with my decisions and hopefully at some point get Phoenix to a better usable level in the future and then, make up for it there, but we'll see. So hopefully this kind of helps you learn what the cosmics do and which ones you should be choosing. And it's a very hard decision because stars are so slow to obtain. Like getting 180 stars is going to take years if you're not spending a whole bunch of money on it. And it's just very, very tough. Now, there isn't really a single one best answer. So for all the people that always come in and ask, what's the best cosmic? It depends. That's the answer. It depends. And so hopefully, based on what you think your game plan is going to be, this helps you choose where you want to put your stars. Good luck. Hope this helps. If I left anything out or if you think I need to make an addendum to this, let me know in the comments. And that is all. See you guys next time.